Hi, I'm Anne-Marie Blodgett, and this is G It's Gluten Free, Episode 1. Today we are making pizza muffins. This has been one of the things that I've really struggled with being celiac, and it's that every single crust that I ever taste, whether it be at a really great pizza restaurant or Papa Murphy's or Pizza Hut, and it doesn't give me any memories of when I used to taste pizza and it actually tasted good. So I found this recipe. It was actually on the website Lazy Gluten Free, and which I think is a really funny name for the website, but I think it's really great because a lot of her recipes are really simple and easy to do. So our first recipe, like I said, is going to be pizza muffins, and this is what you do. So first of all, you start out with 1 1 3/4 cup. I use cup for cup flour. On her recipe, she said to use King Arthur, but I don't have a lot of luck with King Arthur flour, so I substituted cup for cup, which to me, it tastes absolutely amazing. So first you do this, you put that in there, then you put a 1/2 tablespoon of baking powder, and then you pour that in there. And then after that, you put 2 tablespoons of Italian seasoning, and then you put that in there. And then once you're done with that, move these out of the way. Once you're done with that, you take a spoon and kind of just mix it like this. Mix it up so that all of the dry ingredients are combined really well. I mean, it doesn't take a lot, but you just mix it until it's all mixed together. Then what you do is you take 1 1/2 cups of milk. Doesn't matter what kind, you can use whole or, even fat-free. So you pour that in there. And then you pour 2 eggs in there. Then I'm going to switch out the spoon, and you're going to use a whisk, because a whisk will break up the egg better than just using a spoon. So you whisk it together really well, like this. Keep whisking until you don't see the egg anymore. Over and over and over. Okay, so you've got it all combined until you've got it really combined. We're getting there. And it's starting to get a little bubbly. So you keep going like this. Then we're just about there. What my test is on this is when you get it so combined that it kind of jiggles. And then you know that the thickness is correct and what you want it to be. So then you do this. Then, after that, I put the whisk away again. And then I grab the spoon back. And then what you do is you mix 2 cups of shredded mozzarella cheese. You put that in there. And then I like to mix this in first, just to get a little, a really good mix before I combine the pepperonis in. And also, you use pepperonis, but you can always use extra stuff too. Like if you want green peppers or sausage or whatever. After this part, then you would add those, or mushrooms, or I like mushrooms, but for this recipe, we're just using pepperoni. Which, actually, I'm mixing like half pepperoni and half salami because I realized this morning that I was just about out of pepperoni. So, but the other one that I did doesn't have the salami in it. So, anyway, you mix that in really, really well until you've got it all combined really, really well. Keep going and going until it's all coated. All of the pepperoni is coated. And so you keep going. And then what you do is you get your cupcake or muffin cup baking dish. And then what you do is you take it by spoonfuls. The recipe says that it only goes to like a quarter of a cup or something in these things, but I haven't found that to be true. I found that I am going to have way too much left over if I do that. So, sorry about that. Okay, so then you go like this, and then you get them all in, like this. And it fills the whole thing up for me. I don't know what the deal is, how on her recipe it says that it only fills it up like a quarter. But this is the third time I've made this now, and every time it has filled up the entire cup. And but the thing is you know when you go to like stay in a hotel and the continental breakfast the next day or whatever, they have muffins. You know how they're really big on the top? That's kind of what this is. It grows to the point that they have a really big top on them, which to me that's fine. I don't have a big deal with that. So you keep sticking these in here, and then you just keep going until they're all filled up. And we're getting there. I'm going to have to stick a little bit more in these because, like I said, there is no way that you can only fill these a quarter of a cup in these things because it just doesn't work. There's way too much batter for it. So, anyway, here we go. And we're going. And over here again, like I said. And I'm sorry I'm a little messy, but that's kind of how I am anyway. So, there we go. And now we're almost full in all of them, but a few. So you just kind of eye it and see how much you need to put in each one. And, sorry. So that one's going to be a really big monster, but it's okay. So anyway, you just keep going until it's all empty. And I find that the stainless steel bowl is a perfect thing to mix it in because I'm going to take a little bit out of this one. We're not doing very good. I'll put this over here into this one that isn't quite as big. And so there we go. So anyway, we have a little bit more over here. So let's see, maybe a little bit out of this one. And over here. Yeah, that should be good. Perfect. And don't forget to spray the tin before you stick the stuff in there, otherwise it'll stick. So then, there's your finished product, your gluten-free pizza muffins. Once again, I got the recipe at lazyglutenfree.com, so she has some other ones which I'll probably use in the future, but this is this one. So then, you take it and you stick it in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes. And stupid phones. So then, when you're done, this is your finished product. This is what they look like. As you can see, some of these were like kind of overfilled a little bit. These are less, but this is basically the result that you get when you're done. So anyway, there's our first recipe. This is episode 1 of G, It's Gluten Free. And we are so grateful that you came to watch. And we'll see you next Saturday with a new recipe. Goodbye.